Hello, this is Blocks. Welcome back to another episode of Building with Blocks. In this occasional series, I work with or help out other Minecrafters with their projects. And today we're on a development server, taking on an interesting challenge, designing a sign for this minigame, which is called Desert Dash. So we're going to talk about how I'll approach the build, and the kinds of things that are important when putting together a sign. First up, let's talk a bit about the game. It's been built by a friend of mine called Fane, and we've been playing PvP games on and off together for a couple of years now. And he wanted to play something which more suited his playstyle of rushing in and YOLOing it, smacking people in the face with the sword. A really frantic, full-on and close quarters experience. So he designed Desert Dash to fit that need. And I think the map delivers that goal really well. So if you get a chance to play it, definitely grab the opportunity. Right, let's get to the sign itself. What we're really developing here is the first bit of branding or public identity for Desert Dash. It'll sit over there, very prominently in-game, right opposite the lobby. And it'll be a reminder of when you join the game, of what you're playing, but also the kind of image that Fane might then use to promote the map. So it's really important that we capture what Desert Dash is all about, and provide a very clear, eye-catching sign that is well scaled and has really good contrast. Let's take a quick tour of Desert Dash now, and pick out the key features I think we should include. We've got the very distinctive pyramids at either ends of the map where the teams spawn in, and then emerge onto the desert floor where they'll collect some of the resources early on. They might go for the wood in the trees here, sandstone and wood via these pressure plates, and then move out into the central area of the map. And the goal is to leave their base, get to their opponent's clay blocks, and mine them out to win the game. And I think really the key features are the pyramids, the trees, and then this wide open space with a beige sandstone or sand background to the sign or included in the sign somehow. And if we capture those 3 or 4 elements, I think we'll have done a decent job. So I've mocked up a couple of examples over there for us to look at in a bit more detail. I've picked out some of the colour in the red sand here in the entrance at the start, and the acacia logs, by using red sandstone as a background or as the font itself, to provide really great contrast also with the beige colour of the more traditional sandstone that we're used to. And if you're familiar with things I've created before, you might well recognise the strong version here of my blocks type font that I designed in Minecraft just using slabs and stairs. And I'll pop a link in the description below if you want to check that out. But as you can see, the font I've chosen is really rigid. That means it's clear and easy to read, but it also means that we need to represent the movement and frantic nature of the map in another way. So I have added in these lines to hint at and suggest the kind of fast gameplay you'll experience when playing Desert Dash. And on this example, I've moved the word to the bottom right, and I prefer this version to that one. And I think we'll tweak the relative position of these words a little bit more, but generally when you're reading English, you're reading from top left down to bottom right. The final thing I've done here is change the time to midday, because I want a cleaner background to try something else against. I want to play about with a couple of versions of the sign that use negative space or just completely open space to represent the central area of the map, with the sky as the natural background. Let's move on to the other elements I've done here. I've created a couple of almost 2-dimensional examples of the pyramids, the trees here, and the clay structures. And I think the next step is to play around with the relative sizes of all these different elements I've got here and see what kinds of looks I can achieve. So here we go with a couple of examples I mocked up using World Edit to copy and paste this 3 times normal size pyramid here to just in front of the signs, and then moved it around to the left and the right a little bit to play about with the position of the pyramid in relation to the words. I then moved on fairly quickly to thinking about and working out how we can make the words interact with the space around them, both inside and outside the pyramid. And I've got 3 more finished examples I want to take a quick look at, so let's talk about these. The contrast on this first one is really great, but I don't like the fact that the reddish orange is the dominating colour, and the interaction between the words and the pyramid structure here feels too constricted. The second one, the contrast isn't as good, the words don't pop out as well as they do over here, but I do like having the words and the main structure in different colours, but the sandstone background doesn't work well with the pyramid. In the third example, I really like the dash emerging from the the pyramid here, representing the start of the gameplay. So I think what I need to do now is pick out the key elements of these that I like, and develop these versions further. I'll throw out the background on probably this version, and try to use the natural blue of the sky. And I'll create a second version of this one without the background, and I'm also going to add in the details of the trees on either side. I think we're throwing away the clay structures, I can't see how they're going to work with the space. So I'll move on to do those, and then we'll look at our final drafts. Okay, I've spent some time refining the different ideas, and playing about with the colours and positions of all the different elements, and I think we're really close to finished. So let's take a quick look at the different steps. In this version you can see the words pop out really well, but it's too much orange in the background, and doesn't make good use of the negative space. It was only really when I took out the background that it started coming together as I hoped it would. And in this version I even added in a pedestal and chest here, just like there is in the pyramid at the start of the game, but because they don't render above a certain distance, I don't think it adds that much to the sign in the long run. So let's go take a look at the final draft. So I've cleaned up the sign, I've tweaked the distance between the words and the inside edge of the pyramid, and I think this best captures the essence of the map really, and I am super pleased with it. And here we go. I think at this point I'll get in touch with Fane. We'll see if we can get him onto the server over the next few days, and we'll show him the result. Hey Fane, how you doing?
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. So that sign you asked me to work on, if you kind of take a look up in front of you now, you can see I've done some work on the lobby.
Oh yeah.
So
lovely.
Dessert dash, yeah, that was what you asked for, right?
Yeah.
I've done this little cake as well.
Yeah, dessert, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, that's what you wanted, right? Perfectly spot.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's
okay,
what I wanted.
Cool. Well, I think we're good. We're set then.
Yeah, that's the end. GG.
Okay, cool. Well, there is one more thing you should see though.
Oh right.
Just like I did like something else to go with these signs, because I think this is like a really nice addition to the lobby. Yeah.
This is like perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. If you take a turn around, you'll see this awesome sign over there.
Oh right. Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think it's a lot. I mean, I didn't know what I was expecting. I think that is the best thing I've ever seen. I can't believe it. I'm gonna cry.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's
the only thing I think about this, because it's a cake, right? I feel like it's missing some candles on the top.
Oh
so, like,
right.
Maybe
okay,
I might put some candles up here for you, if that's alright.
Okay, you do that. Yeah, go for it.
And then you know, you can tell me what you think of the sign after that.
Oh wow. Did you miss a bit? You think you missed a bit?
Well, I may have missed a bit.
You missed a bit.
Sorry if it broke your map as well, by the way. I did
map?
like 2 tests of that and it blew up perfectly every time. So there you go. There's the actual sign. There's the actual sign.
Oh yeah.
No troll.
Look at that. That's awesome. Palm trees and like dashing. Oh wow.
Did you like it then?
Nice. Yeah, brilliant.
Awesome.
Is that your blocks type on it as well?
Yeah. So
I see that.
Yeah, I used the strong version of it, so I wasn't sure how to get movement in the words, so I put in the sort of the dashy lines and then I combined all the different elements.
I really like that. It looks really nice.
And I did it open space, because like most signs these days, you know, you'll have a background and stuff like that. But one of the things I thought that was really important in your map was the big open space in the middle and how that, like, how players interact with that, and I wanted to capture it in the map somehow, so against the skyline works. But it does mean you have to have the kind of time at midday, which is like better anyway, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can put the sunset back to the time, and it's okay, and you can move the sign up and down, and it looks good at different heights and stuff, but
Yeah. Well, the players have night vision, so I don't know how that'll look, but I'll mess around with it. But I mean, the sign looks really good in the day as well, so.
yeah, and it's a decent height from the lobby over here as well, but yeah, you just
Yeah.
move up and down or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I prefer this sign though.
Yeah, I think this is better myself as well.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one, this one took a lot
I don't
more
know why
time
you
and
made
work.
that. That's not really. Yeah. That's the best one. Best sign 2015.
Cool. Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
it does everything you wanted it to.
Yeah. Does it dance?
You didn't. That wasn't in the spec. You didn't say a dancing sign.
Well, I asked you for a dancing sign.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You said. Well, look, there's movement. Like here, look. These things here, look. This is
Horizontal
movement
line.
Here. Movement.
Horizontal line. Right.
Backwards
Okay.
and forwards. See, I'm a motor car.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep. Okay. You can do that if you want, Fox. I don't know.
It could be a thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Well, that's a
Okay.
sign. I'm glad you like it. See you later.